Have you ever wondered why something as small as a handful of nuts could be the reason you wake up 2 or even 3 times every single night? It sounds simple, almost harmless, but for many older adults, this tiny habit quietly disrupts their sleep. You go to bed after a long, exhausting day, hoping to rest fully, yet your bladder seems to have other plans. The night turns into a cycle of interruptions. Your sleep breaks again and again, your body feels drained, and when morning comes, that fresh energy you long for is nowhere to be found. But here's the good news. Not all nuts are troublemakers. Some can actually calm your bladder and help you sleep deeper, while others sneakily trigger it to wake you up. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 nuts that can support a peaceful night's sleep, and 5 you may want to avoid after the sun goes down. Tiny adjustments like these can make a surprisingly big difference. Before we dive in, I'd love to know, where are you watching from and what time is it right now? Drop a comment below. I truly value those little moments you share. And if this video brings you something helpful, don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss the next gentle tip made especially for you. As we age, many of us notice subtle but powerful changes in our sleep. You lie down hoping for rest, but suddenly you're waking up around midnight again at 3 a.m., and maybe once more right before sunrise. This isn't just getting older, it's your body quietly asking you to pay attention. After the age of 60, the kidneys begin to work in a softer, slower rhythm. They still do their job, but the balance of fluids shifts, especially at night. A hormone called vasopressin, which normally helps your body hold on to water while you sleep, starts to decline with age. That means more urine is produced at night, exactly when your body needs deep rest the most. At the same time, the nerves around the bladder become more sensitive than they used to be. Even a small amount of urine now sends an urgent signal to your brain. Wake up. When you were younger, your bladder was more patient, but now it reacts quickly even to the slightest pressure. Certain foods, especially salty or oily nuts, or those that act as natural diuretics, can quietly make the situation worse. Eaten late in the evening, they irritate the bladder or push the kidneys to work overtime. That's why being mindful of what and when you eat becomes so important after 60. The key isn't about avoiding food completely, it's about learning to honor your body's new rhythm and gently adapting your habits. Today we'll start with 5 types of nuts that can help reduce those nighttime bathroom trips. First on the list is the almond. A classic in many households, almonds not only nourish the body, but also relax the bladder, giving you a calmer, more refreshing night's sleep. Almonds are loaded with magnesium and vitamin E, 2 powerful nutrients that help relax the muscles surrounding your bladder. As we grow older, these muscles tend to become more sensitive and reactive. Almonds gently soothe them, keeping things calm even when the bladder isn't completely full. The result? Fewer false alarms waking you up at night and a chance to enjoy a deeper, more peaceful rest. Another hidden benefit of almonds is their ability to help regulate blood sugar levels. This steadiness can prevent sudden energy spikes or dips that often jolt people awake in the middle of the night. For anyone living with diabetes or prediabetes, almonds can be especially supportive in maintaining balance through the night. The best way to eat them is simple: soak 5 to 7 almonds overnight, peel them, and enjoy around 5 p.m. Avoid grabbing cold almonds straight from the fridge, since chilled foods can sometimes upset digestion in older bodies. Number 2. Fox nuts, also known as macana. Light on the stomach yet powerful for deep sleep. These airy snacks are among the most bladder-friendly evening treats for seniors across India. Naturally low in oil and salt, fox nuts don't act as diuretics, which means they won't push your kidneys into overdrive while you sleep. Even better, macana is easy on digestion. This reduces pressure on the lower abdomen and bladder, making it easier to stay asleep. Packed with calcium and plant-based protein, they help preserve strength and keep sleep cycles steady after the age of 60. In many households across Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, and Bengal, elders enjoy lightly roasting fox nuts in a bit of ghee with a pinch of cumin for a 6 p.m. snack. The dish is simple, comforting, and keeps both the stomach and the mind calm as evening settles in. For the best effect, enjoy a small bowl, plain or gently seasoned, before 7 p.m. Number 3. Pistachios. Bright, colorful, and full of life, pistachios are naturally rich in potassium, which helps relax the smooth muscles of the urinary tract. This gentle relaxation has a big benefit. It prevents your bladder from sending those unnecessary urgent signals during the night. On top of that, pistachios provide natural anti-inflammatory support, a big help if you're dealing with mild bladder irritation. But here's the key: pistachios should be eaten in moderation. Too many can cause bloating or add extra fat that interferes with restful sleep. The recommended amount is just one small handful, about an ounce, between 4:30 and 5 p.m. Always go for plain unsalted pistachios. Avoid the masala-coated or heavily roasted versions sold in packets, since they're usually overloaded with sodium. Number 4, flax seeds. These tiny brown seeds may look unassuming, but they carry remarkable power, especially for older adults struggling with inflammation or restless nights. Flax seeds are well known for supporting hormonal balance, calming the body, and encouraging truly restorative sleep. Flax seeds are one of nature's richest sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which gently ease inflammation in both the bladder and the joints. They also support your body's natural production of melatonin, the hormone that signals your body it's time for deep restorative sleep. While flax seeds do have a mild diuretic effect when enjoyed earlier in the evening, they actually help regulate the bladder's rhythm, reducing those disruptive midnight trips. The ideal way to use them: lightly roast about 1 teaspoon, then stir it into a warm glass of milk, or sprinkle it over a soft dish like khichdi. Have this between 5:30 and 6 p.m., giving your body time to absorb the nutrients and settle into calm before bedtime. Number 5, sesame seeds, also known as til. A timeless part of traditional Indian diets, especially during the winter months, sesame seeds have long been valued by postmenopausal women. In Ayurveda, sesame is considered a warming food, helping balance Vata energy while keeping the body grounded and calm. These tiny seeds are loaded with healthy fats, calcium, and plant lignans, all of which promote hormonal balance and soothe bladder sensitivity. Til is particularly beneficial for women who experience frequent urination after menopause, as it gently supports digestion and relaxes the bladder wall. You can enjoy sesame seeds in the form of a small laddu after dinner, or mix half a teaspoon of sesame paste into warm milk around 7:30 p.m. For best results, avoid combining sesame with heavy foods or sugary sweets at night. It works best on its own or alongside a light meal. Each of these nuts and seeds brings its own quiet way of caring for your body, not through strong medication, but through steady everyday habits. By choosing the right nut at the right time, you give your bladder a chance to stay calm, your sleep to deepen, and your mornings to feel brighter. And most importantly, you remind yourself that even at this stage of life, your body listens, heals, and responds with love when you nurture it with awareness. Now, just as there are nuts that support your sleep, there are others that may quietly work against it. Let's start with the first: peanuts. Peanuts, or mungfali, are a beloved snack across India, especially on chilly winter evenings, often paired with a hot cup of chai or shared during family gatherings. They're affordable, filling, and usually roasted with salt or spices that make them irresistible. But after the age of 60, the body's tolerance shifts even toward foods that once seemed perfectly harmless. Peanuts are naturally high in oil and sodium, which can make them heavy to digest and increase internal heat. For older adults, this heaviness often leads to bloating, while the extra salt sparks thirst and can disturb sleep, especially when eaten after sunset. Eating peanuts at night often sets off a cycle. You wake up once, twice, maybe even 3 times just to drink water and use the bathroom. Instead of peanuts, try swapping them for a small bowl of makhana, lightly roasted with ghee and cumin. You still get that comforting crunch and warmth, but without the extra strain on your bladder or kidneys. Number 2, cashews, or kaju. Smooth, creamy, and slightly sweet cashews are often found in festive curries and traditional sweets. But behind that soft, rich flavor lies something many elders don't realize. Cashews are high in oxalates, a natural compound that can irritate the bladder and even contribute to kidney stone formation over time. For older adults with slower digestion or mild kidney issues, eating cashews late at night can quietly intensify bladder sensitivity. In Ayurvedic tradition, cashews are considered a heating food. They increase pitta dosha, which can disturb sleep. If you often feel hot at night or wake up sweating, cashews might be one of the hidden culprits. If you crave something soft and rich in the evening, a better alternative is a slice of ripe papaya. It cools the body, soothes digestion, and won't disturb your bladder while you sleep. Number 3, walnuts. or accurate. Famous as brain food, walnuts are indeed healthy but not the best choice before bed. While they do contain melatonin, which supports sleep, they also carry compounds that mildly stimulate the bladder. For older adults with already sensitive bladders, this stimulation can quietly become a nightly disruption. Another issue is digestion. Unlike almonds or pistachios, walnuts can produce gas in some elderly people, especially after sunset when digestion naturally slows down. That gas builds pressure in the abdomen, pressing on the bladder even when it's not full, creating a false urge to urinate. If you enjoy walnuts, save them for the morning hours when digestion is stronger and the body is more active. For evenings, soaked almonds make a far gentler and cooler option to keep your nights restful. Number 4. Chia seeds. These tiny black seeds have gained in massive popularity worldwide for their fiber and omega-3 content, and many older adults have adopted them into their diets. But there's a hidden challenge. Chia seeds absorb huge amounts of water and swell in the stomach like little sponges. If eaten after 4 p.m., they can expand and put extra pressure on the bladder even if you haven't had much to drink. For elders already prone to bloating or frequent urination, this pressure can trigger false bathroom urges. On top of that, the high fiber in chia seeds may cause gas or cramping, especially when digestion slows in the evening. It's not that chia seeds are unhealthy, they're packed with benefits, but timing makes all the difference. If you want the goodness of seeds in the evening, switch to lightly roasted sesame seeds before dinner. They warm the body, comfort the bladder, and won't create that heavy bulk in your stomach late at night. Number 5. Salted mixed nuts. A snack that seems fun and tasty, but may leave you waking up thirsty at 2 a.m. Pre-packaged salted mixes have become a quick go-to for many older adults, whether it's while watching TV, reading, or chatting late into the evening. But the combination of salt, spice, oil, and heavy proteins is far from ideal when your body is trying to wind down. Here's why salty nuts increase thirst, which makes you drink more water. That extra fluid forces your kidneys to stay active at night, exactly when they should be resting. Normally, your body produces a hormone called vasopressin during sleep, which helps reduce urine production. Too much salt interferes with this natural rhythm, leading to more urine, more bathroom trips, and more broken sleep. Instead of salted mixed nuts, choose plain almonds or pistachios, but always before 6 p.m. And if you really crave something later at night, try a warm glass of milk and with just a pinch of turmeric. It will relax your body far more than any crunchy snack ever could. Just as we adjust our clothing to match the changing seasons, we must also adjust our foods to match our age and the time of day. These 5 nuts might look healthy on the surface, but eaten late, they can quietly trigger discomfort, disturb sleep, and put unnecessary strain on your kidneys and bladder. By simply shifting what you eat and when you eat it, your nights can become more peaceful, your body calmer, and your mornings lighter, just like they once were in your younger days. For many elders, evenings are not only about resting the body, but also about honoring it. Maybe you've spent your day tending the garden, helping grandchildren with homework, or enjoying a quiet cup of tea with a newspaper. As the sun sets, your body gently prepares itself for rest. This is the moment when even the smallest choices, like what you snack on, begin to matter more than ever. When it comes to nuts, after 60, timing is just as important as portion. Both doctors and Ayurveda experts agree the ideal time to eat nuts is before 6 or 7 p.m., never too close to bedtime. Why? Because once the sun goes down, digestion naturally slows and the kidneys prepare to shift into rest mode. Heavy or oily foods eaten late can easily disrupt that balance, triggering the bladder, increasing urine production, and interrupting your sleep without you even realizing it. One last tip: avoid mixing nuts with watery fruits like watermelon or citrus in the evening. That combination can overload your bladder and make nighttime awakenings even more likely. When nuts are combined with foods high in water, they expand in the stomach and increase pressure on the bladder. This can create unnecessary discomfort and a false urge to urinate during the night. A simple rule to remember: never eat nuts on an empty stomach and keep your serving to no more than 1 handful a day. A safe portion is about 25 to 30 grams, roughly the size of your closed fist. If you enjoy a variety, try a handful of soaked almonds with a few roasted makhana as your afternoon snack. This mix is light, rich in healthy fats, and naturally calming, perfect between 4:30 and 6 p.m. After a light dinner, you might enjoy a small sesame lao, not too sweet to warm the body and gently soothe the bladder before bed. At this stage of life, it's not about eating less, it's about eating wisely, in rhythm with your body and with respect for its quiet wisdom. As the years go by, our bodies stop shouting and begin whispering. One of those whispers comes at night, when you're lying in bed with the fan humming above, yet your sleep breaks again. You may wake up once, twice, even 3 times before sunrise. Many people assume this is just a normal part of aging, but the truth is a few small lifestyle changes can bring back the beauty of uninterrupted sleep. The first and most powerful habit: eat dinner early, ideally before 7 p.m. In many households, dinner is delayed due to work, TV serials, or evening prayers. But after 60, digestion slows down and eating too late puts pressure on the bladder just as the body tries to rest. Also avoid watery foods like cucumber, raw tomato, or thin soups after 6 p.m. They're healthy in the daytime, but at night they can increase urine production and disturb your rest. The second tip is one many elders overlook: avoid tea milk or any large drink after 8 p.m. A warm glass of milk may feel comforting, but it adds fluid to your system right before bedtime. This forces your kidneys to keep working and gives your bladder more reasons to wake you. If your throat feels dry, take just a few sips, enough to swallow any medicine, but not a full cup. Another common mistake is the just-in-case bathroom trip before bed. It sounds wise, but it actually trains your bladder to empty too soon, even when it isn't full. Over time, your body learns to wake up for very small amounts of urine, making sleep interruptions more frequent. Instead, wait for your body's true urge. And if you feel unsure, distract your mind with a short prayer, a gentle hymn, or a few pages from a favorite book. Finally, let's talk about sleeping posture, something rarely discussed yet deeply important. Try sleeping on your left side. This position reduces pressure on the bladder and also improves digestion. Use a soft, low pillow to keep your neck aligned, and if you struggle with back pain, place a thin cushion between your knees for extra comfort. Wear light cotton sleepwear and avoid polyester or heavy fabrics that trap heat. A cool, airy room helps regulate hormones like vasopressin, which naturally reduce nighttime urination. These aren't big changes, they're small acts of care done not only for comfort, but also for dignity. Because waking up again and again at night doesn't just break your sleep, it slowly chips away at your confidence. And you deserve better. You deserve to rest deeply, to wake up with a smile, and to feel steady and strong in your body once again. Let tonight be the night you try just one small change. Maybe it's having dinner a little earlier or skipping that extra cup of tea. You may discover your sleep grows softer, your mornings clearer, and your heart just a little lighter. Today we've gently walked through something that might seem small, just a few types of nuts and a handful of evening habits. But as you've seen, these simple choices can make a real difference in how peacefully you sleep, how rested you feel, and how light your mornings become. Good health isn't always about big medicines or strict routines. More often, it's about listening to the quiet needs of your body and responding with kindness. If something in this video touched your heart or reminded you of your own journey, I'd love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts or simply write the word hope in the comments. Because hope is a beautiful thing. It reminds us that change is always possible, no matter your age. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share it with a friend or loved one who may also need this comfort. Your one small action could bring relief to someone who has been quietly struggling too. Until we meet again, I wish you nights as calm as the evening breeze in your courtyard and mornings as fresh as that very first sip of chai by your window. Take care, and may peace find you gently tonight and every night ahead.